Good morning and welcome back to another video. If you've never watched a video on this channel, my name is JP. I am a semi-truck driver and today is an exciting day. It is day one of my first long haul adventure. Normally what I do is drive back and forth on somewhat dedicated lane from Salt Lake City to Denver, Colorado and back. But today, I'm going to be doing things differently. I am currently delivering one of two loads of coupons and advertisements. I have to go over to Denver News here in a little bit as soon as I'm done here, deliver the rest of it. And then I'm going over to Kroger Distribution Center, just back down the road a little ways. And I am going out to Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, with 40,000 pounds of milk, so it should be good. Never been out to Tennessee. Should be a good time. It's about 1,200 miles one way. If I can clock about 650, 700 today and then make up the rest tomorrow, the load delivers on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. And then I get reloaded and come back to Denver.
Early the next morning.
Okay, made it to the second stop of the day, backed up. They don't open their receiving until 7 a.m. It's 5:44, so then I'm gonna meet up with a guy and swap trailers and then go get reloaded and then get on the road towards Tennessee.
6 hours later.
I switched trailers and it turns out at least one tire was definitely out of spec.
Surprise, motherfucker.
So I went and got reloaded. And now I'm having this wonderful gentleman from Lowe's check all of my tire depths. I know at least one trailer tire needs to be replaced. Another one's missing a chunk out of it.
3 hours later.
Just went and replenished my fluids. And they are working on the trailer. Gives me an opportunity to look at everything under here without having to really crawl under it. That's nice.
Eventually. The next day. (7:59 a.m.)
Well, Good morning. It is day 3 of this adventure. I'm delivering over here to this dairy facility with all the milk. It's Heritage Farms Dairy in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This load was supposed to deliver at 8 o'clock this morning. And when I called security, they told me that they're way behind and they won't be able to unload and then reload me to go back to Denver until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. And it's currently 8:45, so I still got about 6-ish hours. They said they would call me if it's sooner, but otherwise just plan on 2 o'clock rolling through the gate over here. So. Also, fun fact, I went to 3 pilots or Flying J's to refuel in the last 2 days, including this morning. When I woke up this morning, my reefer refrigerated unit light was red. It was giving a warning. So I had to go check it out, and it said that there was low fuel, and I'm just like, well, wait a minute, how is that possible? I mean, it's got a pretty good sized fuel tank on it. I had added only 5 gallons yesterday. I'm just like, how the hell did it burn through all that? So when I went to go fill it up this morning, I could only put a little over 3 gallons in it, which makes me think that perhaps some of the diesel fuel that was in there is gelled up. I'm not 100% sure.
Very nice words, but happens to be wrong.
My point being, with the pilot or the Flying J, I went to one yesterday in Missouri. I can't remember where I stopped, but the driver or the passenger side pump lever didn't work at all, so I couldn't fill the passenger side fuel tank. And then I went to go to the fuel island or the next pump over to fill up the passenger side, and that one was missing the keypad where you're supposed to like type in your card number and stuff. And I was just like, I can fill up the driver's side tank, I'll be fine for a while. And then this morning when I saw the reefer thing, I went down the road. Last night I went over to the pilot here in Murfreesboro, and they didn't have any parking available at all. Like, they didn't have any reserve spots. People were doubling up on the sides where there's not parking spots. It was really kind of annoying.
20 minutes later.
Well, since they told me I was going to be waiting for a while, I came over here to the Home Depot. Got a power strip for my inverter. So now I can charge everything. And I can actually use my laptop without blowing a fuse on my little 12-volt one. But yeah, they just called and said they're ready for me, so let's go ahead and get over to Heritage Farms and get this load delivered, get reloaded, and get back on the road. Security lady is super awesome. She said that she'd call me, and she's just been super nice throughout the whole thing. So, especially considering that I've never been here before, and half the time I don't really know what I'm doing anyway. I mean, we're all kind of lost to some degree.
Wrong.
Okay, well, we made it to Denver early, so super happy about that. But there's a slight problem. So remember how I told you that all the milk spilled? And I only lost 3 gallons with that load. And yeah, so with this load, I was super paranoid, and I put 6 load locks on, and I made sure they were tight, like tight. And the shipper did not wrap the pallets, so I just got here and the guys came out and they was like, mind if I take a look at the load? So I popped off the little seal for the door, and I was greeted with this. So if you're ever getting into trucking, I definitely recommend you take some photos, especially if you've done everything in your power to make sure that you get your load there securely. That way it covers your backside as well as your company's. So I'm just waiting for a door right now. They should be pulling the trailer off, and then I'll get unloaded. And then tomorrow we'll be going back to Salt Lake with a load of beer.
Wrong.